Yeah. I'm actually going to stand up and eat those things. Alright, there's definitely a corneal abrasion in there. Okay. How much of the ofloxacin do you have left?
A good amount.
Okay. It really isn't my favorite drug when it comes to ophthalmic injuries, but it's like number 2. Okay. So let's go ahead and just use it. Save you some money.
Okay.
And it looks like it's working. There's really not a whole lot of... Was it redder yesterday before you put the antibiotics in?
It was really red. I felt
Okay.
awful.
So the good news is the antibiotics are doing their job. Right there. There's some more.
And I think this morning she had like some dried stuff, which she'd never had before. So if it like maybe let up at one point enough to actually dry so I can wipe it off, because before it's just been like wet and like continuously weeping.
All right, here's our usual Lymphoma Ferrito, who's now got chronic heart failure and all the other things. Speaking of which, while I'm here, maybe I might as well just do some listening. Any coughing?
No, but she's been sneezing.
That might be from the extra drainage from the eye.
But she was sneezing before the eye happened.
Okay. That may be why she was scratching at her eye. Well, that doesn't sound bad at all. What's up?
And it's just been a clear sneeze, and it sounds funny and horrific at the same time. If you've never heard that kind of sound come out of an animal before, it's very silly sounding. I don't know if what you thought about her lymph nodes. It felt harder to me yesterday.
Yeah, they are a little harder than last week. Last week there was a cranial pole was kind of hard, and it was really soft and fluctuating throughout. Right now it's a little bit harder today.
Are you pooping? What's going on?
I don't see any. What are you doing? Wait, you want some more?
I want the source.
Going for the source.
Look.
I don't want to spill on you, Rodney. Pick one.
Oh. What do you think? No, I haven't. That one looks like it's shaped like a tooth.
There is one of those that's
Yeah,
shaped like a tooth.
That's weird.
It's hard too. Like a tooth.
Maybe she used to use the bathroom. Once it's like a priority, that is her only priority, and then she'll like go back to whatever she wants to. Do we have to go? That's when she's most active, when she's like, she does a lap around the room trying to use the bathroom.
Well, put her down. See what she does. Find a corner. Ah, that's the spot.
Oh.
You think you can spread it any farther? I'm just asking. Ah.
Goodness.
And she's off Lasix now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Go celebrate. I feel lighter for you.
Oh, I know.
What I really find awesome is the fact there's a lot of fluid in here. And we're staying hydrated.
And
My
she's
worst
been
fear
drinking. Yeah.
after the Lasix was that she would, those habits would not bear with her very well. But she's my perfect patient. Except for the fact she wants to complicate everything I know about ferrets. Oh, that's a good sweepy ferret. Wow. Well, thank God for telemedicine. We got this girl treated 24 hours before she had to come in.
I hope so. I felt so bad with her eye. I'm hoping it. I just don't want anything else bothering her. So.
Her lungs sound okay. She's not sneezed once while she's been in here. So we need to ask ourselves why she's sneezing at home.
And it's like, I mean, it's it's body rattling, like shrieking sneeze. I mean, I think part of it is she's deaf and she can't hear herself. She's just like, "Wah!" and she sneezes. But, I mean, it's like that when she had her friend and they would play, like she would scream like she was dying, and I'd rush in there and like, oh, they're just playing, like she can't hear her, like self screaming, like from playing, like having fun.
Well, that is pretty much how they do when they're playing. If you've ever seen one of these guys actually having sex and trying to procreate it, you definitely would not want to be a ferret.
Oh. That would a lot of animals, unfortunately.
Many, many years ago, I went to this one place in California that were actually raising ferrets illegally way back then. It's still illegal. It's illegal there now. Illegal. Yeah. Anyway, they asked me to stop by and check out their place once, and I was the lead singer in a rock band way back then, but I was going out there to check it out anyway because while you're in that town, you go visit people and as you're traveling. Mm-hmm. And they took me out back, and these guys were screaming like they were dying. Oh, there's your sneeze.
That was very mild compared to her normal sneezes.
Well, if it continues, well, has it been bad at home?
I mean, it's maybe like, when I'm home and I hear it, like at the most, the other day it was maybe like 5-6 times in a day that I heard it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't seem to hear it a whole lot yesterday, but I was gone for several hours yesterday. And like wears her out too. Like the sneeze just like lays there, like oh. Or she might sneeze like 1 or 2 times at a time.
Her eyes open more now. Yeah, she's painful in the eye. Well, we have a plan. I'm just trying not to complicate her life too much with any more drugs than she already needs. So let's make sure she's got a problem and sneezes a lot more. If it's just something that's passing, it'll fix itself on its own. But it doesn't sound to me like it's getting worse.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, she still has an appetite, a pretty good appetite. I was thinking maybe if she has a depressed immune system and she just got something from me that I brought in from somewhere, and that's just some kind of mild viral infection or something, making her sneeze.
I got a rhinovirus. I picked it up. It blew in through the window.
Oh.
I love her too. All right.
She's
give me a hug.
And I wanted to let you know too, like I wasn't sure if she was really eating herself or if it was just because of me. Uh-huh. So last night I fed her like normal, and then I left a little bit of food out, like baby food, because she's not really keen on the kibble anymore. I think it just hurts her teeth. So I left some out. I woke up at like 4:30. She did eat some of it, and then again I left some other food out. She ate that, like wet stuff. So sort of changes my like immediate. What I kind of decided was, depending on if I really had to be constantly putting food in her face, and with her just like not really doing much of anything, like her life is pretty dumbed down at this point for a ferret, so I wasn't really happy with her quality of life. I want her eye to feel better, and I want to try to give her more opportunity to run around the house, but she always seemed to like that more, and just to see like if she can sustain herself without me constantly having to offer her food. But I'm really not looking like really too long term with her right now. Like I said, I do want to get her eye feeling better. If she can get by and like eat, and then obviously I can supplement her. Like, it's not that I'm unwilling to nurse her, but to me it's unrealistic if she just eats when I put food in front of her, and then she'll use the bathroom and then sleep, and that's her life. Like, that's not her life to me. Like, that's not really a life.
Okay.
So, like, get her eye better, see how she does. But I'm kind of like exploring my options for
one day at a time.
Euthanasia, but I just, because that's like, I see her every day, and she just like, I mean, she doesn't do anything. And I understand that she can't. Obviously, she's got things going on, but she's had a long, great life.
Yeah, she's generally kind of weak for all the right reasons. Okay, you know, she's got more than enough reasons to not want to bounce around like the average ferret does. And even if she did, it wouldn't last long because she doesn't have the kind of energy. But try to think of her quality of life as she's had to adopt. She's not going to be your average bouncing around ferret.
Yeah,
she's going to have those moments, which is good, but she's not going to have them all the time like the average ferret would have. But if she is still enjoying your company, if she's still enjoying food, you know, her stools are everything, and she's not showing us any true signs of pain, then I think we're a while from making those decisions. But this is what I am going to tell you. She's going to tell you when it's time. Okay? So I think you're close enough to her now, and you understand those daily things, and that things will change a little bit on a daily basis, and you're more than willing to adapt a little bit and help her adapt as well. But there's going to be a point in time where she's going to tell you. Okay? I wouldn't be looking for the signs. Just one day you'll wake up, and it'll be...
I mean, like I said, she's so like eager to eat and everything, but I just... Like, I basically, to me, it's like hospice care right now. Like, she just, like, she doesn't have, I feel like she may have, if she has the energy, she might have a willingness to do some activity, but generally, and most of the time, she will eat, poop, lay to sleep. She doesn't really seek me out. She doesn't, like, want to see what I'm doing like she used to. She really just lays there, and, like, she just wants to sleep. That's all she wants to do, is sleep.
Okay.
And I understand that, you know, the reasons why, but I do want to give her more opportunity to, like, she doesn't really like going outside anymore, but in the house, it was always, like, kind of a fun thing. Last time we tried to let her out in the house, she got to, like, the second bedroom, and then she was just like, and, you know, didn't really do anything. So I want to see, I don't know, give her time for, like, to get over the sneezing and whatever, and see how her activity is. I just don't want her to get to the point where she's, like, wasting away, and, like, obviously, like...
I think she'll tell you before then. And the good news about being a ferret is they're not going to be too long off food before you notice those signs immediately. So, just, you know, I said, just lay back, let her enjoy herself, you enjoy her as much as possible, and these moments that you guys are having together are really important moments. I do so much wildlife work, knowing that a large percentage of those animals might not make it, but the ones that do, even the ones that don't, if they can experience 5-10 minutes or a few hours of the compassion that we can show them, then it makes life worth it. I mean, this is for an animal that's never had it, and for an animal who, you know, might have missed it overnight and get it the next morning, I still think its worth is no less. So I'm saying is, she's going to let you know when it's time, okay? You just need to, you know, to just watch and understand those signs when the time comes. And we'll base it on pain and all those things when the time comes. Every patient is different, every case is different, and Lord knows I cannot tell you what to expect in this case, because she's the first ferret that's come to me with two of these issues at the same time. After 20 years, you get to the point where you think, I'm not going to see too many curves this week, or it's not going to see too many strange cases, and every day of me being a doctor is always a surprise. Whatever I want.
I just especially with coming out here is a limited availability. I'll message you if she's having a bad day or something, or if I think it might be she's having another bad day, I'll let you know. I might not make, if it's not a Thursday, I can't be here.
We'll do what we can when we can.
She does have a vet down the street from us. They're just really limited. They only have one doctor.
Who do you usually go to?
Dr. Stubbs.
Okay.
Hospital.
She has tried to get me to cover for her several times as a relief vet in the past several months, but between divorce court and me leaving for a conference another time, our timing has just been so backwards. So I'm trying to get in it over there as well. So yeah, you're a good parent.
So nothing that you've heard sounds worse or
about
the same?
About the same. Her lungs actually sound clearer today than last time. Her heart sounds okay. I'm not convinced we have a whole lot of a sinusitis. It could just be my body or just making her sneeze. Don't laugh. I've been doing a lot of work on the house lately. Yesterday I was like, oh my God, I must find a shower.
Her, I'll ask you too, the enalapril, how long is it good for? I know it's just a crush pill.
It's a crush pill, but it's actually a pretty stable compound. Okay. Yeah. I'm actually going to stand up and eat those things. Alright, there's definitely a corneal abrasion in there. Okay. How much of the ofloxacin do you have left?
Good amount.
Okay. It really isn't my favorite drug when it comes to ophthalmic injuries, but it's number 2. Okay. So let's go ahead and just use it. Save you some money.
Okay.
And it looks like it's working. There's really not a whole lot of, was it redder yesterday before you put the antibiotics in?
It was really red. I felt awful.
So the good news is the antibiotics are doing their job. Right there. There's some more.
And I think this morning she had some dried stuff, which she'd never had before. So if it maybe let up at one point enough to actually dry so I can wipe it off, because before it's just been wet and continuously weeping.
All right, here is our usual Lymphoma Ferrito, who's now got chronic heart failure and all the other things. Speaking of which, while I'm here, maybe I might as well just do some listening. Any coughing?
No, but she's been sneezing.
That might be from the extra drainage from the eye.
But she was sneezing before the eye happened.
Okay. And maybe why she was scratching at her eye. Well, that doesn't sound bad at all. What's up?
And it's just been a clear sneeze, and it sounds funny and horrific at the same time. If you've never heard that kind of sound come out of an animal before, it's very silly sounding. I don't know if what you thought about her lymph nodes. It felt harder to me yesterday.
They were a little harder than last week. Last week there was a cranial pole was kind of hard, and it was really soft and fluctuating throughout. Right now it's a little bit harder today.
Are you pooping?
I don't see any. What are you doing? Wait, you want some more?
I want the source.
I want for the source.
Look.
I don't mind spoiling you rotten. Pick one.
Oh. I don't have it. That one looks like it's shaped like a tooth.
There is one in the ones
Yeah.
that's shaped like a
That
tooth.
was weird.
It's hard too. Like a tooth.
She has to use the bathroom. Once it's like a priority, that is her only priority, and then she'll like go back to whatever she was doing. We have to go. That's when she's most active, when she's like, she does a lap around the room trying to use the bathroom.
Put her down. See what she does. Not on anything that's acidic or basic. We just basically put it in water when we did it. So it tastes just like the pill. It shouldn't change much. It should be pretty good for the duration.
Okay, because I think I may have spilled some of it. I mean, she gets barely anything at a time.
Right.
But I just want to make sure that it was like okay to
Should be
sit in
fine.
the fridge. And she's still getting prednisone twice a day.
Well, as of today, we can see the prednisone is probably not working as well as it should because his lymph nodes are a little bit harder today.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'll, best I can monitor, like if they start to get big again, even on the prednisone, that'll be something else to keep an eye on.
You're a ham.
You need one of these at home.
Put a stainless steel table.
A flashy, blinky light. As far as I can tell, she hasn't had any like breathing episodes or anything like that.
The Pro's doing a good job. Okay. All right. We got a plan.
So how long should I do that for? Because I know like I
The Pro?
The drops.
Till that cornea is clear and you can actually see past it.
And do it twice a day.
Yeah.
And should I keep flushing it? Like I have some saline. Husband's a nurse, so
I would
just,
probably flush it before you put the drops in. Make sure you clean it every morning because when you sleep at night, it's going to get crusty with stuff. As the stuff dries on there. Wow. I need to finish my coffee.
Mine's in the car. I guess the only other thing is I feel like there is a minute improvement in her mobility. I mean, her energy is still pretty low in general. But
She's still staying pretty strong
like
at this point in time in the back end. Last time I saw her, she was a little bit weak on the sides.
You okay? I'm just hoping the sneezing doesn't get any worse or start like affecting her appetite. Like I don't need that. She
The
doesn't
Pred's
need
helping.
that.
You just need to relax and love her to death.
I love her as much as I can. She used to be a little hellion, chasing people around the house, nipping at their heels. You're a hellion. Oh, can we weigh her?
Be right back.
Yeah, we do. so she's held at that. I'm gonna try to. I'm still gonna be tending to her, but I'm gonna be a little more laissez-faire with the food and see if she's really still going for it. I keep making the soup for her. She eats that. I don't want to be shoving food in her face if she doesn't need it, but she definitely enjoys being spoon-fed. So
I would too.
That's her preferred way to eat, isn't it? So how many days should I give it if the eye doesn't seem like it's getting better?
On the average mammal's cornea will start to smooth over, and neovascularization we will establish at about 10 days, okay? And it depends on how deep the defect and stuff is at that point in time as to how much longer we need to go. So I'm thinking, you know, a good 15 to 20 or more days. Every patient's different. And her healing is not going to be as quick or as easy as the average ferrets would be, so... You know, so you're probably going to be using that for a while. But if you do run out, let me know. I'll make sure you can get it from here. Or we may switch when the time comes for the next one just to make sure there's no resistance.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like, if it's not an ideal, I don't mind getting whatever you recommend is. I just happen to have
what you're using
stuff.
would be like my second choice. Ordinarily, I like to use Genicin ophthalmic solution. Some people have said that the Genicin ophthalmic solution for an ulcer is a little bit more painful for the first few drops you put in your eye. Mm-hmm. So right now, it maybe work out for her in the better. So.
Okay.
Yeah, she's hating life. Oh, it's terrible.
That poor eyeball. Oh my gosh.
Playing it up. Very good.
Thank you.
All right. You are more than welcome. And you know, we were just kidding earlier about, you know, you having the crush thing.